YouTube Nation. This is Tony Schray, aka Mr. Bone 66 Crush, and today I'm actually a little bit on the whimsical side. I'm actually going to regale you a small little portion of my youth that happened whenever I was a young kid growing up, and I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into the story. Due to unforeseen circumstances, my grandparents were more or less forced to take care of us kids from the time we were 6 to 7 years old until we graduated high school. I'm not going to get into those details. It's not really important to the story right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and just say that I lived with them. One of the nice little perks of living with my grandparents was they were retired individuals. They saved some money up, and they wanted to do some travel. So whenever we were actually kids, we actually got to travel with them because they wanted to travel, so we got to go with them. Well, it's kind of fun, you know. We actually had, a good time. We went to all the states almost west of the Mississippi, saw all the freaking national parks and everything. Did a lot of traveling. And this is where the story kind of gets a little fun right here. When we had our camper, we had to have individual, setups for glasses and silverware and stuff like that. So my grandparents had bought just a little bit of extra silverware and extra cookware and extra glasses, plates and stuff like that to keep in the camper. So we'd have it all ready to go, so we wouldn't have to figure out how to do this and how to do that. So we just basically could just pack food, pack clothes, and go. So that's what happened. So we have all this stuff sitting in the camper during the winter months, in the fall months, and the spring months when we're not traveling. And during the winter months, my grandpa and I, we went to Minnesota quite a bit whenever we were growing up. If I was behaving myself that particular day, I'd come up to Grandpa after we get our chores, after we get all our chores and stuff like that done that we needed for the day, and our homework was all done. And sometimes I come up to my grandfather and I say, "Grandpa, can we go out to the camper, just you and I, and just go have ourselves a Pepsi in our Minnesota glasses?" For some ungodly reason, I called the plastic glassware that we used in the camper, I called them Minnesota glasses. Well, because we went to Minnesota so much as a kid. So every once in a great while, my grandpa and I we'd actually go into the camper and actually have a Pepsi in one of the Minnesota glasses in the camper, because that's, and sometimes we say something, sometimes we just kind of just talk about the events of the day, It was kind of a special time because it was just kind of we were just two guys just having a Pepsi, just kind of chilling out in the camper, And we would do that. We did that for almost 5 or 6 years, Pretty soon I got too old to travel, with them because I was trying to make a name for myself, and I wanted to do my own thing. But I still remember those times fondly, and I remember sitting in the camper with my grandpa drinking a Pepsi out of those Minnesota glasses. Well, I'm a man of my 50s right now. I'm basically pushing past 50, 51, going to be soon 52. My grandparents have been departed now for almost 10 years. My parents no longer were any kind of issue during my life. And every once in a great while, I'll be sitting at home thinking about having that Pepsi with my grandpa in those Minnesota glasses. And I just kind of wanted to share that story with you. As things go by, you kind of miss the small things like that. You don't think they're big at the time, but they are. So, yeah, like I'm going to finish it up, and I'll just say it once again. I miss those times having a Pepsi with my grandpa with those Minnesota glasses. Bye-bye.